Hey there, Griever Gang. So, a little bit of an unusual thing for me to do here. I'm adding this later. I'm doing this intro later. Now, the reason being, I introduced this as a two-parter, okay? Because on Patreon, I released the live version of Seal doing Kiss from a Rose and Fleur performing Nemo at the Wacken Festival. And unfortunately, that video got blocked entirely on YouTube. So what I had planned to do was double feature Dan singing both these songs. Now, joke's on me, I've already looked at Nemo. I didn't remember until after I had finished reacting to his version of Kiss from a Rose with I cannot do names very well. Violet Orlandi, I believe it is. I'm a little annoyed with myself because you know what? I said this was going to happen. I have done so many videos lately that leave my brain entirely that there will come a time that I react to a song a second time and not know it. And people are going to call me the hell out for it. And you know, and it's going to be a genuine mistake because my memory is frankly, you know what? This is a Dan Vasc video. I feel like I can say this. It's frankly quite shit. Okay? In the next part, when I do the swoosh, and you're going to see my face again, this is ignorant past Jim, okay? Who is going to say to you, we're going to start with Kiss from a Rose? We're only looking at Kiss from a Rose on this video. The funny thing to me is that there's so many comments on that Nemo video saying, hey, Dan Vasc did a really good job of this. You guys are fake fans. You didn't even know. You couldn't call me out on it. You couldn't even say to me. You can even go, oh, no, wait, hang on, Jim's already done this. No, I kid. I love you all. I absolutely love you all. And I don't remember my videos. I don't expect you guys to remember them. But before we begin on this one, thank you so much for watching. If you no, that's the end. I'm so out of sync with myself right now. Before we begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. If you have not subscribed, I'd highly appreciate it if you did so. But without any further ado, let's go to past Jim, having a look at Dan Vasc performing. Well, we're going to start with Kiss from a Rose, the metal cover that he did with Violet Orlandi. Orlandi. I couldn't see if it was an L or an I. I need to get new glasses, I think. But let's have a listen, shall we? Actually, let's make sure this music's all the way up first. Okay. Apparently, it skipped the first note. Hang on a moment. There we go. Amazing.
There used to be a great tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's the high, not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large?
Okay, sorry. I don't know if I've heard her sing before. Let me just do a quick little Google here. Okay, I don't... Based upon what I have... Sorry, I'm tennising between three screens at the moment. I don't think I have heard her voice. I'm straight away impressed, right? Now, the very intriguing thing for me is that I'm pretty sure... I could be wrong in saying this. It may be a little different. I'm sure this is the same key as the original. So the same key that Seals is in. And she is handling it very, very well. She's got this really lovely low tone. And yet does the same, like approaches it the same way in terms of that falsetto change. The love remains the drug that's, and so on and so forth. It is stunning, that transition that she has between chest and head voice there. It is really, really nice.
That you shine can be seen. Baby, like a burner to a kiss from a rose, all the pain. Ooh, the more I got, I feel the strange hurt it feels, yeah.
wanna have a listen to this word here. Hang on. Interesting choice there. Okay, something that I can hear, and not something that I expected to hear, and not something that you hear often, okay, is the harmonies that are laid in there, which are very, very good, by the way. So they're singing their own thing, and then the harmony and the melody go into unison, so both are singing the melody, effectively double voicing or double tracking the melody, which is a really interesting effect that you don't hear very often anymore. To kind of give a little bit of an explanation for this, I'll put up a screenshot of a recording that I'm currently doing, and I'll explain what it is. So this screenshot here, it puts... What has happened is the two up the top are the vocal line. Both of those lines are the melody line, and it is literally one that has been copied. So they are exactly the same line. It's just copied to give it more volume in the mix, so that it kind of appears above the music. Okay. What I mean by double tracking is not necessarily that so much, but singing the same line two separate times so that you can tell that it's two different voices, because you're not obviously going to be doing it exactly the same every time. And it gives it this really interesting kind of texture to it. Let me see if I can find a song that uses this. Hang on. Oh, here's some great examples, actually. So the Beatles song, The Benefit of Mr. Kite, if you listen to that, you'll hear that it is sung twice, and both vocals are over the top of each other. Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit uses it, although I can't think of when. I've got the wrong song in my head as well. Hang on a second. Nope, I can't get the wrong song out of my head. Hang on a second. Is the whole thing double-tracked? Is that right? I don't know. I'm going to have a listen to that and find out. Foo Fighters' The Pretender, that actually makes sense. It adds that extra texture to it, and it's very good. Although, having said this, it does say that Taylor Swift's song Lover uses it as well. I'm not a huge Swiftie. I don't know a lot of Swift songs, so I can't state on that one. But interesting point. That seems to be probably the most modern use that this example is listed. But again, it's not something that you hear often these days, so it's very interesting to hear it done here, even if it was maybe not the intentional effect. No, I say that, but Dan does everything intentionally, so I don't know. And their voices blend so nicely in that harmony too. She has a very interesting range.
You remained my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me, you're like a growing addiction that I can't deny. Now, won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light is the gloom of the grave.
Nice. Very nice change to the melody. Wow. Okay, I need to go back here, right? Because the interesting thing is, there's been a lot of harmonies that have been changed throughout the adaptation between the original and this version, which has been great. I think they are very much the same harmony as the original, which is very interesting if it is. The reason that I say that is because it's so important when you're covering songs to have them recognizable as to what they are. And in a lot of cases, when adapting a song like, say, for Kiss from a Rose to a quote-unquote metal cover, what a lot of people tend to do, and this is not Dan, by the way, this is not something that Dan is doing here, they tend to go too far. They tend to completely remove it away. There's a lot of metal covers of songs like Bad Romance and that sort of thing, and I can recall like one that's really good, and the rest of them I feel like it's too far removed from what it originally was. And don't get me wrong, there's audiences for that sort of thing, but to me, it's like you want to keep that familiarity of the song while still changing it up. And I think the harmony work is the same as the original, which tells me that they've really gone head first into properly learning the song as to what it was before adapting it, which doesn't always happen. And I know that sounds funny. It doesn't always happen. A lot of people kind of go, oh, I know the song a little bit, so therefore we're just going to play it our way and change it up. And I don't think it works a lot of the time. Anyway, continuing on. I think there's an added octave in there to the original. Could be wrong though. Amazing! Awesome! Okay, this breaks one of my harmony rules. Let me explain why. Hang on. Okay. This breaks one of my harmony rules. and I'm not upset. Oh my god, trust this. Trust it. Okay, general rule when you're doing harmony work is to make sure that you are constantly in time with each other, constantly in rhythm. If it's not, basically, what you want to do is make sure that each of the notes, each of the syllables, each of the, syllables is the right word, each of the syllables of each word are started and finished together at exactly the same time. Otherwise, it tends to sound messy. Okay? Now, for the most part, they stuck to that rule until the end there for the word pain, where, is it Violet? I'm so bad with names. Violet. Where Violet cuts off and Dan keeps going just for a split second, but it's with that gruff addition to the word pain. So, whilst that technically breaks the rule, no, it doesn't break the rule. That is the exception of the rule, I think. If you're going to do something like that, something emotive, that's fine. But most of the time, it comes out as sounding messy. It didn't here. That was really cool. I want to do that again. So much I can say. Feel my power, my see how the end of pain trailed off there? Her range is astounding. Eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen. Very cool. Wait, one more. Interesting. I like that.
now that your rose is in bloom.
All light, it's the gloom
On the grave.
The harmony gives me the goosebumps. Ooh, very cool. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Oh my god. That harmony at the end there, stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. It worked so well with their voices. Their voices work so well together. Yeah, wow. Wow. No notes. So really, there's not much else to say on this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing. And I'll catch you next time. All right, bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what we did here today, for as little as $3 Australian per month, you can join us over on Patreon and become one of our tiered members and join the wonderful list of people here. If you're into gaming, I also have a gaming channel that I have recently gotten back into. And also, on this splash screen, you might see something a little bit interesting. More news on that coming soon.